I don't want y'all to be fooled by where I'm standing today or what you see around me. Because guess what? I'm not gonna be cooking here today. I'm gonna take you up to a very, very special place that none of these cameras have ever been to. The only camera that's been in this place is an Instamatic. And it's in the basement of the Lady and Sons restaurant where Paula's cooking school is held. I gathered down in the basement along with about 50 people. We have a wonderful time. What we say and do there stays there. We cook together, but more importantly, we chat and chat and chat. And the bell's fixing to ring, and the first session is gonna be on duck Burgundy. Don't be scared, it's yummy and easy. And then I wanna share with you my recipe for chocolate creme brulee. It'll keep you out of trouble with a teacher every time. And finally, I wanna teach you how simple can mean satisfying with a wonderful summer broiled Parmesan tomato. So I want y'all to come along with me today because you're fixing to see about 53 people have a real good time. Hey, y'all. Hey. Y'all are pretty. This looks like an Oprah audience. Did you? That's not where y'all came from, is it? So, I thought while I'm cooking, y'all can be talking and I'll talk back to you. Can we do that? Because a lot of y'all have come a long way and we have just a short time together. And I want us to visit, okay? And y'all hold back your excitement. Well, today we're gonna cook duck. And it's really simple, isn't it? You know, a lot of us are intimidated by things that we may not cook often or we can't go to our regular grocery store and find. But duck is one of those simple foods that's really kind of like roasting a chicken. So we've got our ducks. They've been washed. All right, now I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna trim up my duck just a little bit because I don't like this thing right here. So I'm gonna get rid of that. And there's like plugs of fat down here around the hiney. And I'm gonna get rid of that because I don't like those. But I'm gonna leave his, like the last part to go over the fence. I'm gonna leave that part on. All right. So I've got garlic powder, I've got salt, I've got black pepper, and I've got a poultry seasoning. All right, so I'm gonna sprinkle him with salt. Now y'all keep talking, you can talk amongst yourselves.
Paula, does Mike cook with you?
Michael does all the outside cooking. Let's put a little in there. All right, now I'm gonna just start rubbing. All right, now I'm gonna put a little bit of oil, no butter, just a little bit of oil.
Paul, I have a question.
Okay.
I thought the duck was oily. Foul.
He is real oily. That's why we're not using butter. That's why we're just using oil. Well, this will help his skin get crisp. So that's what we're doing right now. All right, now I'm gonna take a little soy sauce and rub him with that so he'll have a nice tan.
How much do the duck weigh? How big are those ducks?
Yeah. I would say 4 pounds. 4.5 pounds is what it feels like to me. All right, I'm gonna stuff a couple of pieces of apple. And these flavors are just gonna go in there with all of that seasoning that we put in there. I'm gonna stick a little orange. That orange is gonna just be phenomenal up there.
Paula?
Yes?
How did you get your idea to start the Bag Lady?
Well, I tell you what. What's your name?
Lisa.
Lisa. I was in a point in my life where I knew I had to do something. I was uneducated. I had worked in a bank off and on most of my life when I was able to work because I suffered from agoraphobia. So the only thing I knew anything about, Lisa, was cooking. So I would lay awake at night thinking, now how could I start a food business with no money? I had heard about this lady in Atlanta that served finger foods in beauty shops. And I thought, well, if she can do that, why can't I do meals? So that's how the Bag Lady was born. And I had 2 beautiful sons, and I said I can pimp them out, send them out on the streets, and then they brought home 2 beautiful girlfriends. And I looked at them up and down, and I said, well, I believe the lawyer's offices would like these 2. So I started another route. So that's how it all started, and I'm ever so grateful. So that's my serious moment. All right, now can everybody see those beautiful ducks? Look how pretty they are. Now, before I put them in the oven, I'm going to brush them with a Burgundy wine, and then about every 10 minutes, brush these birds with that wine. All right. We're gonna put him in a 350 preheated oven, and we're gonna cook them about 10 to 15 minutes a pound. All right, in the oven he goes. We gotta take a quick break, and when we come back, I'm gonna show y'all how to make Uncle Bubba's chocolate creme brulee. Because y'all are watching today Paula's Cooking School, along with all my friends. I so hope y'all are enjoying the show. And if you do, be sure to click like, subscribe, and the notification bell so you'll never miss a video. And we'll be right back after the break. So welcome back, y'all. For those that have just joined me, we're fixing to leave to go back to a very special little kitchen that's tucked away in the basement of the restaurant at the Lady and Sons. And we're going to be joining our friends and learning more about each other, maybe, than we do about the cooking. So I'm so glad you could join us. And guess what, y'all, we're fixing to make next? Chocolate creme brulee. I'm going to put a quart of heavy cream. Who makes creme brulee? Why don't y'all make creme brulee?
Scared of it.
Don't be scared. It ain't nothing to be scared about. All right, I'm gonna add some sugar, and I'm gonna add some chocolate. I'm gonna come over here because I need some yolks. All right, now I'm just gonna bust these real quick like. Anything y'all wanna talk about?
Of everything that you've ever cooked, what is the most challenging recipe?
You know, I can't think of anything being a real challenge, because one of the reasons I'm able to get in the kitchen and have such a good time is because everything is simple. Your simple preparations, your simple flavors to me are the best. So. Show y'all how to do it. There ain't nothing to be afraid of. Oh, that's so funny. Y'all got my mind off my cooking now. All right, so now I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna add some vanilla. And we're gonna add our cocoa. Oh my goodness, y'all got me sweating now. All right, a square of chocolate.
Paula, is that sweetened or unsweetened chocolate that you put in?
I use a semi. I don't like unsweet. Can't imagine anybody liking an unsweet. Now what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna slowly temper my eggs with my hot whipping cream. Do y'all know what I mean when I say temper? Well, you wanna slowly add your heat to your yolks, so we won't have scrambled eggs brulee. All right, so now what we're gonna do now is run this through the strainer, because we're gonna have chocolate that didn't completely melt. So I'm just gonna kind of go like this. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna pour this into a measuring cup. so I'll have a little bit more control when I put it over here in our custard cups. Our pan has been lined with paper towels so that our custard bowls won't slip and slide on us. All right, now I'm gonna take this over and I'm gonna put it in a preheated 350-degree oven, and I'm gonna get my pitcher of water, and you wanna be very careful that you don't slosh that water in there. And then I'm gonna bake it until it's just set. All right, so we're gonna bake that off. And when those are done, we're gonna take them out and let them cool. We're gonna put them in the refrigerator and let them sit for probably a couple of hours, because your brulee needs to be really cold. And I happen to have some already ready. Maybe I can get somebody to come up here and help me. Come up here. How are y'all doing?
Good, how are you?
What's y'all's names?
Julie.
Beth and Julie. I'm Paula. How are y'all doing?
Just fine. Great.
So y'all have never made a creme brulee?
Never.
Do you know how to get the caramelized topping on it?
It's with a torch, but I've never done it.
It's so simple. You've never torched anything.
Well,
All right, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna coat the tops of our creme brulee with just a granulated sugar. Now you can use raw sugar, you could use brown sugar, but I think this white sugar just works fine. Now the one thing you'll wanna make sure is that you don't get too much sugar, and you wanna make sure that they're even. All right, I'm gonna do this first one and then y'all can do the next ones. How about that? Now the thing we wanna do is make nice even strokes until that sugar melts. You see it melting, and it's gonna get like a hard crack. Okay, who wants to go first?
I will.
Okay. Don't be scared.
I'm not.
Now, do y'all see how easy that creme brulee was to make?
Yeah.
There's no reason to be scared, is it? Okay, doll baby, you're next.
All right.
Fun.
Fire.
Isn't that cool? I think yours was just about wonderfully perfect. All right, y'all ready to dig in?
We're ready.
Let's eat this one right here. Y'all want to?
Let's do.
You can hear it cracking.
Oh, yum.
Mmm.
That's good.
Oh, that's delicious.
We'll eat some more. Yeah, you eat.
Good.
Because we're going to take a quick break.
Okay.
And we'll come back to y'all in just a minute. We're going to do broiled Parmesan tomatoes. I hope y'all are enjoying the show, and I want to hear from you. Tell me what recipes or videos you'd like to see me make by just leaving a short comment below. Now, let's get back to the show, y'all. Hey, y'all, welcome back. I'm so glad that it worked out that you could be with me today. So what you say, let's slip back down in the basement, do a little bit more chatting and a little bit more cooking. See you in the basement. We've had the best time while we were on break. We talked about all kind of good stuff, but now it's time to cook again. All right, now y'all look at these ducks. Oh, look at that. And I'm gonna let them just kind of sit over here and just rest. And his little legs are moving. You know how to test a bird, don't you? Move his little leg. And see if it moves freely. He's ready. But, oh, I can't wait to cut that one for y'all. And who has never eaten duck? Well, we're gonna change that. All right, so I wanna move down now to the next side dish. This dish is unbelievably delicious. And it's something that you keep in your pantry. It's a can of just whole tomatoes. And we're gonna just take these tomatoes and drain them. Don't throw away the juice in these, because you can use it for a Bloody Mary or throw it in with some rice or some gravy. We're gonna have a lot of juice, so just don't throw that away. So we're just gonna lay these out.
Paula, what was your grandmother Paul like?
Oh, honey. I wish that everybody had the opportunity to have had a grandmother like I did. In fact, both of my grandmothers I just adored. My father's mother was about 4'10". She was the finest Christian woman that you ever met. She had like a 4th grade education and could recite the whole Bible. Wow. You know, and I said I just couldn't believe that this little woman that knew so little about everything could do that. And my grandmother Paul was about 5'10" or 5'11", and where my grandmother hers had little halos, Grandma Paul had little horns. And she was just wonderful. But my grandmother was a piece of work. She was just strong. She was what I hope to be one day. I've said since I was 25 years old, I said, Lord, just let me live long enough because I want to become a woman of substance. And that's what my grandmothers were. And I hope one day I can say, well, I think you made it, Paul. All right, do y'all want to know what I'm doing these tomatoes? Okay. I put a pat of butter on every one of them. And I put salt and pepper. And I've put some grated Parmesan cheese. And we're going to run these under the broiler. And we're just going to cook them till the cheese melts. And they're going to be so yummy. All right, so we're going to put these tomatoes in here. And those won't take but just a minute. So I want somebody that's never eaten duck to come up here and taste this duck with me. Come on, honey.
Just bite into it.
Well, however you eat your legs.
That's really good.
Isn't it yummy?
It's very tender.
Come on over here and get you some. In fact, we're going to take a quick break, and I want anybody that wants to taste the duck to come on up here. So anybody that wants some duck, come on up. I so hope y'all are enjoying the show. And if you do, be sure to click like, subscribe, and the notification bell so you'll never miss a video. And we'll be right back after the break. I'm so glad y'all could join me today. As you know, we're in the basement of the Lady and Sons restaurant, and we're having fun in Paula's cooking school. So we got some friends down there in the basement waiting on us. So what you say, let's creep back down. Oh, and did I forget to tell you? They say the basement's haunted, that there's a ghost living in the cellar. But I didn't tell them that. Well, have y'all had a good time today? Yes. I've had so much fun being with y'all. What a fun group y'all are. And before we start playing games, this is my tip today. Have fun. Have fun, because it concerns me that maybe we're getting too far away from our childhood. So I've selected a game for y'all. Do you want to know what we're going to do? Yes. Today's game is musical chairs. So y'all get up. We're fixing to play a game. I've got the winning package here. So get up, y'all. While y'all are doing that, think about that fabulous duck Burgundy and the Parmesan tomatoes and the creme brulee. You saw how quickly and easily that we made all of them. I want to thank all y'all for joining me today for Paula's Cooking School. I've had so much fun being with y'all, and I appreciate all y'all out there watching, and hopefully one day you can come to Savannah and join us. So when I count to 3 and say 1, 2, 3, go, I want y'all to scrounge for a chair, make your circle, scrounge for a chair. Y'all pretend like y'all are racing to get that chocolate creme brulee. So 1, 2, 3, go! 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 Hey y'all, it's Paula Deen. Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell to be alerted when I post a video. Love and best dishes, y'all.